It's good to have you here. Let me ask you something. Have you ever watched a short, scrappy case note pull more customers than the 30-page white paper your team polished for weeks? It's weird, right? But it happens all the time. Here's the thing. People searching for specific solutions want quick proof, not a manifesto. One morning, a customer DM'd me. Your short trick saved me 2 hours and 2 headaches. I replied in 30 seconds, turned that note into a 300-word post, and it started pulling leads the next week. Stick with me for 10 minutes. I'll show you a 3-step system you can run this weekend. Pick the right micro win. Write a tight, search-first case study. Publish it with one tiny conversion hook. By the end, you'll have a short checklist you can use on an actual support ticket. Okay, step 1. The quickest wins aren't dramatic. They're specific and verifiable. Think. A subject line that lifted opens by 12%, a template that saved a customer 2 hours, or a 3-second speed improvement on the landing page. How do you spot these fast? Do a 5-minute triage. Scan support threads for repeat questions. Check change logs for tiny metric bumps. Open recent DMs or testimonials. There's often a sentence you can use. If it's specific, repeatable, and someone could type it into Google, it's a winner. Now, how to write one that ranks and converts. Keep it tight. Start with the result in the headline, follow with a 1-line summary, give 2 sentences of context, list 3 concrete steps, show evidence, and end with 1 simple CTA. Short, scannable, credible. Example headline: How X cut onboarding time by 45% for a small coaching team. 1-line summary: We shipped a fillable intake form and removed 2 manual follow-ups. Here's how. See how the result comes first? That's what people search for. Break it up. Headline, summary, context, 2 sentences about who and what. Then process, 3 crisp steps. Evidence, screenshot, quote, or anonymized metric. CTA, 1 tiny next step. That's it. No long sales copy. 1 exact micro copy. Put this under the headline: Verified by X customer. Anonymized metrics with permission. And a caption under your screenshot. Before, 9 touch points. After, 6 touch points. Time saved, approximately 2 hours. Specific beats generic every time. Don't overclaim. If you can't prove it in 2 lines, tone it down. And always keep 1 piece of evidence. Prefer a screen capture or quote. Readers believe numbers when they see a source. Where to publish? Your site under predictable path /case-study /wins. These become long-tail assets that rank for niche queries. Then cross-post a short version on LinkedIn or a thread with a link back. 1 page, many touch points. On the page, small CTAs win. Offer a 1-page checklist, a downloadable template, or a single product tour link. 1 ask, 1 action. If you clutter it with 5 forms, you'll lose people. Cadence matters. 1 micro case per week compounds. Do 12 and a quarter, and you've got a stack of trust tiles that search engines and prospects both like. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for clarity and consistency. Week wins. 3 short examples. First, a SaaS that cut trial to pay churn by 8% after a single onboarding email tweak. They wrote a 300-word note with screenshots and started ranking for onboarding email sequence example. Leads follow. Second, a solopreneur who turned a support answer into a downloadable invoice template. Views tripled and it became the top page for niche invoice searches. Simple opt-in, tiny CTA. Third, Let me slow down for a moment and tell you one story in a little more detail. I worked with an indie toolmaker who shipped a tiny speed tweak, 3 lines of code that cut a key page by 2 seconds. They told me we thought no one would notice, but conversion climbed. I helped them write a 350-word microcase, edited a before and after waterfall screenshot, and included one quote. The page felt faster. People stayed. Within 6 weeks, that page's organic traffic grew by 20%, and it started sending demo requests every week. It wasn't the biggest change they'd made, but it was specific, shareable, and believable. Now, risks and easy mistakes. Overclaiming is the quickest way to lose trust. Vague metrics like faster or better don't help. Formatting mistakes, long walls of text, no evidence, hidden CTAs, kill conversions, fixes, tighten copy, add one screenshot or quote, make the CTA obvious. Privacy. Use a short consent message. Ask in one sentence. Can I anonymize and share these results as a 1-paragraph case study? Offer anonymization and a draft for approval. Most customers say yes when it's easy and honest. Okay, recap in one quick pass. Find verifiable micro wins that match search intent. Write a scannable mini case. Headline. 1-line result. Context. 3 steps. Evidence. 1 CTA. Publish consistently. Amplify with short posts. And keep a weekly cadence. That's the compound effect. Practical exercise for today. Pick one recent support thread, customer note, or changelog line. Decide if it's verifiable. Draft a 300-word case using the template we covered and include a screenshot or a 1-line quote. You'll be surprised how fast it starts to earn. Subscribe, and I'll send a downloadable 300-word template and a consent message you can copy. Let's connect the dots. Small, repeatable proof builds authority faster than a single big launch. Think about that for a moment. I'm Ace. Well, that's enough to think about for today. Appreciate you spending a few minutes with me. I'll catch you in the next one.